I don't think it is very honest when people say she's weaponizing tears. It doesn't even seem fake. It just comes natural. Like, in fact, if you guys leave her in that house without talking, she would cry, 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 and cry. You understand? So, what I've just seen, like I said, is characters like, housemates with very strong personality don't get awarded same grace, and their word are easily misconstrued. And what would I say? Okay, like Chizoba is the eldest, right? People say things like, "Oh, she should clear her, she should what not, that she's the eldest, she shouldn't let outside, she shouldn't let her sister walk over her and what." And this thing just makes
30 seconds. Round up, round up. Let's see if you can hear me. 30 seconds. Comfort, please go ahead. Comfort. Maybe our network is bad.
Okay, Comrade, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. All right, so I'll talk in the line of siblingship. Maybe Chizoba is the first and Oyeka is the second born. So both of them, they will never agree. I don't know. I'm just saying that. Then Oyeka, though she have a loud personality, but she's a baby at that. And another thing is that she only like to be heard. She don't listen to hear you. That's one of our weakness. I'm sorry to say. Big brother has even said it. That can you listen and hear your sister? I know they are both wrong, right? But at least listen. You just want to be the listen and hear your sister. And I also want her to accept that all our ideas cannot be accepted. Look at the last wager now. They use our idea for the game. They accepted this one now. This dance thing, the dance battle and all. They're not accepting the idea. Then you let it be now. She will still overflog the issue. So the person will have to come to her. They would look at her and Femi yesterday. To me, not all your ideas work because life is not a rocket science. It doesn't go straight. Sometimes we have up and downs. Even in real life. You can't just wake up today and be a boss. There are steps, stages to that or process. Then for Chizoba, why I stopped looking at Chizoba crocodile tears was last week Saturday. Nelly in the condo, she told Nelly that she wants to shine always. That she can never be behind the scene. I say, hey, look at this Chizoba, oh, that's pity. So if you look at them, Chizoba too has her own. She said even though her group will fail, she likes to be at the forefront because the viewers will not look at the person that has written the script. The viewer is after the person presenting it. Even Nelly was giving her moral support. Yes, on last week Saturday when she was doing her makeup in the condo, they were talking. She was saying, she want to be in the front, and I said, so you cannot collaborate. Wow. So you can't just you too you must present. I don't know why she's pushing. I'm not saying she should not push herself. It's not a bad thing. But there are some cases whereby when you have someone that can do it better, let the person shine now. That's for Chizoba. When I say both of them, they are at fault. And another thing I noticed, they don't have friendship. Sorry to say, because Aquafina Tax confirmed it. When they did their do you know your partner thing, they asked for the name of their secondary school. They wrote different names. I'm sorry, because that's what I saw there. They wrote different names. That means they don't have, to me, they don't have bond. Maybe they've shared a space at home, right? They're just sharing space, but they're not friends. You can share a space with someone and the person is not your friend. Yes, it happens between friends, even siblings. Some siblings they don't know themselves that well. And before they are putting their issues out there, me, I don't like it. Look at Kelly Ray and Cassia. They are a typical example. When Kelly Ray is angry, he will not show it. You will not even know. He will let Cassia shine. Look at the other day when Toby was massaging her leg. He didn't show his anger. He was just busy cutting the watermelon with steez. Still help her wash her clothes. Like, he wants your conscience to judge you. I think that's what he's doing there. He's just playing an emotional game. After he played it, he told Cassia, I don't like that thing. And she accepted. You know, when there's a way you say your opinion, there's a way you say what you are not feeling right about somebody, and the person will accept. I think that's what Kelly is doing. So whenever I tell her that Cassia, you're doing this, I don't like it, she will just accept. Because she knows that she has gone overboard. No, I know that he's not saying it, he's not telling everyone, he's just saying it to her directly. That's one thing. And another thing about Oyeka, she finds it so difficult to apologize to her sister. I don't know why. I don't know the reason why. Because in the diary room, when Big Brother say apologize to your sister, she swell, oh, she swell up. Big Brother say apologize. Okay, okay. If you know you're not going to apologize, there's some sweet words I say to you as your big brother. Will you like to say that to your sister? She now started saying that to her. And sister now then that's how Big Brother settled the case. And she's making it every tax. Even though Chizoba, I'm not removing Chizoba. Chizoba to say she likes to be at the forefront because the viewers will see her. And it's not by that. This house is grace. To me, if you might not even be doing anything, people will love you for who you are. Just be real. That's what me I feel. Then Oyinka was so quick to apologize to Tofa. I'm just surprised because you're apologizing to Tofa because you know that Tofa can nominate you. When they had that issue about who we cook and all that in the kitchen. And she took a lot of time to apologize to her sister. It shows that there's a power tussle there. Either one is dominant and the other one is not trying to bend. The other one is like, you cannot kill my shine. I don't know. They don't have mutual understanding. So every time they are fighting, the way must come and do peacemaker. And da. Yeah, di. Even if Onyeka really like her sister, to me, self, she will tell her sister to stop following Ben. Because Ben will come and say different things about her sister and she'll just be there looking at her. You go and tell your sister, my sister, I beg, go, don't follow this guy. Know what you are doing. And even if you are following himself, no play am. Even if you are the one shipping your sister, you are in a ship. Gifts like that they really know each other without phone. I just feel
Nika, can you hear comfort?
in a
I can't
situation
hear her again.
if
She's breaking. Serious.
Comfort, can you hear us? Sister's defender, go ahead.
Hi, comrade. Hi, Popo. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to talk about the altercation between Wani and Handy. I know my QC spoke about it, and I mean, I just wanted to say, like, from the first Sunday that they had the issue that the twins were calling her Ruthie, Ruthie, we all applauded them and said, "Oh, this was nice." But during that argument, they also slut shamed Ruthie. And this is me just being like, just giving my opinion. I'm not being biased because if you want to go through my TL, you can see that I hype Wendy and Handy as well. And even Ruthie, I've dragged her a couple of times when she's been Delulu. So I'm just trying to give my unbiased opinion about that argument. The first argument they had, Wendy and Handy also slut shamed her, and she's probably slut shamed back. I can't remember, but they both insulted each other. They mentioned, I think Wani and Hani mentioned something about, oh, you're being, excuse my French, fingered by, she being made fingering your pussy, things like that. And then she probably didn't have much rebuttal. And then in her head, she's like, you know what? I'm going to wait for the next altercation and I'm going to go hard. Now, I think it's kind of disingenuous for us to say, Ruthie slut shamed, Ruthie slut shamed the twins. Yes, she did slut shame the twins, but the twins also slut shamed her. Slut shaming and slut shaming is the same. It's just like, excuse me for using the Bible, sin is sin, right? If you want to say that Ruthie slut shamed the twins also slut shamed Ruthie. Because you call someone a bitch, what does that mean? It means you're a female dog and you sleep around. So it's the same thing. The difference is that Ruthie just went with intensity. She was more, she went harder with her drags. She was specific about the slut shaming. But that's the only difference. So like when we're coming to like have this analysis, right? Let's try to be unbiased because you also use some words like, oh, she's dense, she's this, she's that, by saying, Ruthie said that the twins smell. Well, in an argument, you're not expecting your opponent to say things that is going to make you laugh or happy. You're going to try to hit them hard below the belt as much as possible. It's a fight, and I say this all the time. There's no love lost in love and war, right? When you're fighting, I'm not trying to make you happy. I want to see you cry blood. So when we're trying to analyze this, like both of them were wrong, just like analyzing it generally, both of them were wrong. They both slut shamed each other. So if you're saying that Wani and Hani should file a lawsuit, Ruthie should also file a lawsuit. Like they both dragged each other, they both said things. The difference is that Ruthie went hard. And when they were going back and forth, Ruthie Wani and Handy should have said, "Oh, you and your daughter used to sleep with the same men." Like ban for ban, like let's go, right? The fact that they did not defend themselves is not anybody's fault. It's not Ruthie's fault. Ruthie was coming, and they should have come harder. They decided to keep quiet for reasons best known to them. That's fine, but like both of them were wrong when it comes to saying who slut shamed who. They both slut shamed each other, and they're both wrong. It was both classless and crass behavior, uncouth, or whatever you want to call it. Both of them are to be blamed. We can't, lift one up and drag the other one down. It doesn't make sense. Because in the first argument, this same street supported Wani and Handy. Those of us that like violence, we clapped for them, right? So now when Ruthie was giving her own basketballs, the streets clapped for them. And I said this on another space that there was a big war going on between the twins and Ruthie. The twins, Ruthie won the battle that day on Saturday night, but the war was won by the twins on Sunday. They sniped them out of the house. So it's band for band. Like when we're trying to have this argument, right? Let's true.
that that thing came from a place of authenticity. That's all I'm saying. There's no authenticity to, in my opinion. You would have thought that, oh, really, she knew, because she had said to one. I've always said it, that Ruthie is one of the most delusional people in that house. She makes up things in her head and believes it and all those things. She had exhibited those characters when she was in the house. And that's not to say that I don't think that the twins were at fault in any way. I've already highlighted how they were at fault and had those conversations on Sunday and said that what they did was war for war. And everybody that was saying that what they did was classless and rash and supported Ruthie were hypocrites. And I still stand on that. If you think once one person was, gave bazooka and the other person does not have a right to snipe them out of the house, you're an hypocrite. Said that. But I'm saying that the conversation I'm having today is I felt that whatever Ruthie was saying, because she kept insisting that she knew them, came from a place of authenticity. Only for her to then come and back herself up and come and be saying gist were flying around. It's ridiculous. Because I understand that in a fight, you say the things that hurt your opponent the most. But if you were saying 100% that I know you guys outside of the house, I've gone to your gigs, I've being in your space, and then you come out and then you come and say, oh, I don't really know them. Oh. Now, hearsay. Now, this we are just here. I have the right to comment on that and call it whatever I want to call it. At the end of the day, I'm not coming from a place of the twins didn't hurt her or she didn't hurt them. They both hurt each other. But the things she was saying it with 100% fact. And yes, on Sunday when they had an issue, they both shamed each other. That's not a lie. But you've gone at it, both of you. Maybe you felt more hurt because they had more point. You went around the house saying that, you don't like the boy, you don't like the boy. Immediately you won't custodian and you started kissing him up and down. They said all those things to her. So maybe she felt more hurt, good and fine. And then she felt that I need the bazooka to come back. But you can't stand in one point and say, I know somebody, and that's how I know the gist, and then come out and say, nah, yes, see, I have a right to say that she doesn't make any sense, especially considering your own gist also is everywhere. So, and people have not come out to say, because we've heard your gist, we believe that you've done all those things. I'm always a believer. It's just like when people came out on this space and said that when you are silent in the face of battle or war, it's because you are guilty. And I've always come out to say that no, silence is not an admission of guilt. People can be silent for different reasons. They can be silent because they feel if they give you the same energy back, it will probably lead to disqualification. They can be silent because they just see that what you are saying does not make sense, and they expect that every other person listening to you should understand that what you are saying does not make sense. People can be silent for different reasons. The same way when Chinwe had an issue with Nelly, and people came on this space or on the street rather. I don't want to say the space on the street and started saying the fact that Nelly was not actively defending herself, scattering the house, making a whole lot of noise, and saying that, and then went to apologize, even though we only saw the apology part. We didn't see the entire conversation. That means that she did it. And then after a few days, we discovered that actually she didn't do any of those things. It was just the fact that she decided to navigate that situation the way she wanted to navigate it. So you can't in one space tell me that you know something, you know the gist because you are first-hand privy to it, and then you come out and say that now yes, say you hear. So I have a right to say that, you know what, you are being delusional at the end of the day. And if they want to sue you, if she wants to sue them also, she can sue them. She has a right to. It's within her capacity. If she wants to sue them for whatever things that they've said to her that is not true, or whatever things she feels they've done wrong to her, she should go ahead. But at the same time, you are not demonstrating any sense to me in that capacity. And that's what I'm speaking of. So what I've said today is a follow-up to what I've already said, that both of them, if you are saying one person is classless, the other is classless, we've had those conversations. If you are saying one person is at fault, the other is at fault. They both went at each other. Somebody won the battle, like you said, the other person won the war. I've said all of that. In fact, that was the same analogy I used when I spoke on Sunday. So what I'm saying is just a follow-up to that conversation.
I'm sorry, comrade, if you pardon me before the next person goes. My cutie, like I completely get what you're saying. And yes, you're actually right that, they're both at fault. And the things that Ruthie said were painful and they were wrong. But like in the same vein, if she wants to say, okay, let me sue, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. If the one your hand, they say, okay, they want to sue because of defamation of character, Ruthie can also say, okay, you're saying that Mayor fingered me. Do you have facts? Do you have proof that Mayor fingered me?
So
Do you understand?
I agree.
So she can also come back
That's
and
why
say
I
that.
said she can also sue. She also said that they
Yeah.
were having sex in the house even when it was not true.
So in an argument, like pretty much, we're saying that
It's exactly the same
it's
thing they've
a
done to each other. So whoever wants to sue can go ahead and sue. But at the end of the day, I'm saying that knowing your own personal circumstance and thinking about where you are also coming from, you shouldn't be doing the things that you are doing, especially outside of the house.
You're right. I mean, all of that makes sense because Wendy and Handy could have easily said, you're a teenage mom, you sleep around. She could have easily said that. But the main point of this matter is that they both insulted each other, right? If if Ruthie says, okay, I want to take it up and say, oh, you defame my character, you said I slept with me, or same thing, Ruthie too didn't have, like, when people are having arguments, there's no facts. What is facts and what is gist? There's no facts. So those of us that have sense know that until we see proof that these twins are doing what Ruthie says she's doing, it's all just banter. It's all just
Oh, I
gist.
wish you were on
So
the. Have
there's
you
no
been on the
facts.
Twitter
Yeah,
space?
there's no facts to this.
Have you been on the Twitter space to see people saying it's true? because she
Well,
said
those
she
people don't
knew
have
them.
facts. So, like, you know, how Nigerians know, like, when they hear something, they just run with it. But,
Exactly,
like,
I agree with you.
those are people that don't like the twins, right? So they'll take advantage of that gist. This is BBNQ. That's how it works in the streets. But there's no fact. Those of us that are sensible know that if you don't give us facts, if you're just saying things based on hearsay, there's no fact to it. So, like Yoruba people say, I mean, now you get your mouth, you use your mouth, talk what you want talk. Do you understand? People can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but is there facts to it? There's no facts. So, like, until Ruthie comes and says, okay, this is the fact of the matter, then we can believe her. But all those things was just banter. Don't really pay any mind to those Twitter people, because they just want to tweet and, like, use it to drag the twins because they don't like them. But let's be honest here, like, there's no facts to this gist. Until we see facts, then we know, okay, this is true. But until then, it's just unnecessary banter. It's just wicked banter. That's what I call it. But yeah, I appreciate your feedback.
Dynamite, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, thank you, comrade. I beg me, I know they feel fine now. I don't get energy. But there's something I want to say. Let's even say everything that happened in the house happened in the heat of the moment, right? Ruti is out of the house. What is this? Oh, I still stand by what I said. And then you're saying you don't know them. See, we are our own problems. Oh. Wallahi, now we be our own problem. You These girls, I mean, to start with, I don't even like the twins. I don't care about them. Right? But I see the entertainment value they bring to the show. Right. So all of that happened in the house. You initially spread rumors that she was sleeping with Sean when you know it wasn't true. They also said you don't see person with the finger your toto. Let's say that one don't cancel each other. You then went ahead to see outside of the house all the gigs they've had. They slept with men to get those gigs. Like you literally went in on them. Like you referenced their life outside. You came for their career. Now they did their pum 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 pum. Me, I've never even seen this level of hypocrisy before in my life. Because on that Sunday, a bit Saturday night, when she was saying that, my timeline was filled with, yay, Ruthie won this round. 1-0. And I was disgusted. You know why I was disgusted? Me, like ball, your L is like, why? Are those not the regular insults? Must you always go low to slut shaming the next woman? So because I didn't complain when they said their own, I couldn't say anything where Ruti said ours. But my timeline was a mess. People were ailing them, saying that the twins kept quiet because they are guilty. Ah, kilo shake, kilo come. I know I'm not related to any of them. And then eviction came. And then these girls did their own pom 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 pom. And then I'm seeing people convulsing, saying it is classless. It is sick. And I'm like, wait, 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 wait. If you didn't condemn them when they first slut shamed Ruti, and you didn't condemn Ruti when she slut shamed them the previous day, you have no business coming to say their act was classless. Nah, let's not be hypocrites. If you didn't call it out the first time, now let's even say all of that happened in the house. Ruti is out of the show. Ebuka is asking you, okay, let's even say it was in the heat of the moment that you said those things. And you are still standing on business. Ruti will not even pay me. Now DJ Flo, we be say, I be the thing, say she gets sense. That was even saying that it's so unfortunate that this girl was paired with Ruti. And then she's saying what she said. I'm like, can't you just at least tap Ruti to say, babe, if you don't have facts, it's better to keep quiet. Because if we are saying, eh, I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's going to sue anybody. But let's even say they want to go the legal course. You, they said somebody was figuring, they accused you wrongly, right? You also accused them of sleeping with Sean. If that one cancel each other, wait till you go call use cancel this defamation of character and their career that you are still saying you're standing by outside. I don't get it. I don't know when we are going to outgrow this thing. This is 2024, and we still think it's cool to come for people based on slut shame. Even if they are slut, what is your business? Is it your this thing that they are using? What is your business? You have a daughter. They never referenced it in that conversation. They didn't come for you to say, you to without knowing your story. Why would you feel that that is the, and then you are still standing on that same fact? You're still saying you stand by what you said. And then this whole narration, this whole, they smell this thing. For me, like I said, I actually don't like the twins. So if I'm coming here and I'm saying it,
Sorry, Dynamite. A moment, guys. Has Biggie told TJ about the twins yet?
it's baby. I don't think so.
Yeah, comrade, I think so.
Oh,
He
okay.
called into the diary room.
He
Oh,
called
Baba
him
twins.
Yeah, he called in earlier and he was smiling when he came out.
and he
He
didn't
didn't
tell
call
the
the staff.
housemates.
Baba Abeji. Oh,
No.
Ah, all right, go ahead, Dynamo.
Baba Abeji. So I'm like, it makes absolute no sense. You're saying they smell. Meanwhile, in the house, people are asking them for their skincare routine. You're saying this. Me, I don't even know. I don't know if so. I don't even know how to place this thing. If you're yes, I understand they will say all is fair at work, but there should be a line. You're out of the show now. You should have processed what happened. If you've processed it, like okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone that low, but I had said it in the heat of the moment. I needed to get back at them. They had said this. That would be understandable. But you're still saying just fly around. You don't know them personally. If just is flying around, what is your own business? I don't know, and it's coming from meanwhile, men will come on spaces and shame us. I still don't like Scar till now because of these things. And then you now hear women doing the same thing. Like, how will I can't I don't know. It is well, oh. I know none of them is going to pursue any legal case or anything, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, every time there's a quarrel between ladies, the next thing they resort to is sort shaming each other. It doesn't make any sense. And we can't keep, I mean, we keep saying that we are all hypocrites, but I think this level of hypocrisy is things. You were here hailing Ruthie. You didn't see her behavior as a gutter behavior. Telling them that they sleep with each other. That if anybody pays 50K, he has overpaid. Like, I was even irritated. But I came online and I'm seeing people jubilating, saying one, oh, that they kept quiet because Ruthie was saying the truth. You didn't call that out. But when they now decided to do their own at the eviction show, you now feel that is classless. I beg, who class help? Who class help? If Ruthie said want if she for slap one of them, go now. Abi, at the end of the day, people will do what they feel. They will. You can't control people's reaction. When the action was being done, you didn't see anything. Now they're reacting. And now saying that level of reaction is classless. It was not necessary. Who are you to judge? When she was saying I want it and they kept quiet, you think it was easy to keep quiet in such a situation? Somebody's accusing you of what you know is not true. Even if it is true, you could have also cooked lies too, just to defend yourself at that point. So for me, it will never make sense to me when people could have come up and say what they did was not. I'm like, no. If you didn't call out Ruthie for a gutter behavior, then you have no right to call out the twins too. Make all of them go inside gutter. If you go low, I can go lower. Make all of us define oil. If you reach good oil safe, as you are going lower, I'm going lower. I beg, I beg, I beg. And then she's out of the game. The people guy was even trying to make her see the need to just, retrace her step. And she's still saying no, she's standing on business, she's shaking it, talking. Oh, that. We go see
Right,
as
and
they
that
go
was
now.
my point. So that outside of the house,
Outside of the house,
you are
yeah.
still speaking
Wanted to get her dead. But you're out of the house, you've slept over this issue, and you're still saying the nonsense you are saying. You don't even have facts. Coming for everything. I don't know. Okay, sure. It is well. Thank you for having me.
Is anyone speaking?
No, I think
No, nobody's speaking.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Miss Lee is raising a hand though.
All right, me please go ahead. See,
Okay,
Miss Lee is there.
okay, so I just wanted to somebody said something about how this, like, we project a whole lot and it's not cute to see because, and in fact, what I've noticed is production crew are actually way messier than this housemate. Because explain to me why two people would be having like sensible conversation, they can take that camera, even if conversation goes on for like 3 hours, and show us people who are sleeping and snoring just because they are trying to build a certain narrative. Even this Warnie X Handy and Ruthie thing, I did not comment on it because I was too, I was disgusted and I felt a certain way. So I didn't even want to be involved in it, because listening to these things people say, I really don't even know why women are quick to slut shame one another in, in the heat of an argument and everything. There are a whole lot of things you can use to come at each other. I don't think slut shaming should be one of it though. Well, but that's
from the fact that when someone is into something and you're shaming them for what they're doing, but when you're intentionally lying and spreading wrong information, now it's not just slut shaming, you're defaming them. So it's like a step further away from the shaming thing. I don't know if you understand. Like if someone is doing something and say, oh, this person is doing it, even though it's bad that you're saying it in a derogatory way, but you're still kind of saying they can't, like, okay, for example, they can't sue you for that because it is a known fact. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But you are actually actively lying, not just lies that could, like, it's white lies, it's lies that is just, it's lies. But these are lies that can actually rock their world in a very negative way. That
I
could
get you, T-Bex, but like,
that
how
could
do we know that? How do we know that these things? So I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? How do we know
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
what she
I
said is a
do
lie?
understand your part. I
So,
was
so
just
because
trying
you
to
can't
like
say, so what
shed
I'm saying, you
light
can't say
on
for
some
a
of the
fact
things
that
that.
Ruth is lying because we don't even know. That's my point here.
But she
No,
can't
no, but
defend
she
what she
already
said.
said it.
She can't defend what she said.
She's
She
not going to
doesn't
come
have
and
the
tell you that,
proof.
oh, I heard the person that told her the truth. She's not going to come and mention the person's name and say, oh, I have proof. I don't think she's going to go that way.
You
But
don't
what
even
we're
understand
saying
what
is
I'm
we don't know
saying. There's
entirely
no
she's
way in
lying.
hell. Miss T, can you please, my cutie, can you please mute your mic?
Okay. Say what you want to.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's just you were echoing.
Yeah, her mic is
Um,
echoing.
yes, your when you're mute.
Please, why is this person sounding like T-Bex? Or is it only me?
Who, me?
Because it's T-Bex.
Is it Miss T or what?
It's
Oh,
T-Bex.
T-Bex is
T-Bex
on
is
the speaker.
speaking,
Oh,
yeah.
This is not the best. I don't know what you're talking about. As I was saying, as I was saying,
I be T-Bex.
as I was saying, defender, like, see, I even forget my train of thought. Like, I get that, but from our interview with Ebuka, she wasn't saying, oh, you know what, I've heard, like, she said, and I quote, unless maybe it's, I believe 100% I do not have comprehension issue. Maybe she has issues voicing or expressing what she wants to say, but from what she said, oh, Ebuka asked, do you know them? Do you know each other? He said, we don't know each other. I don't know them. Right? And she has also mentioned in the house, because I like when people actually use people's words to actually quantify or qualify or analyze any situation. She has said by herself that, oh, you can't run in my circle. You can't sit where I'm at. I'm bigger than you in that sense, like they are low class, blah, blah, blah. And in the Ebuka's interview, she literally said, I don't know them. We don't know each other. And then she now went ahead to say, I've been to their show before, right? And this is Lagos. Everybody has gist. One way or the other, you're the only one who has made that allegation. Even when they had that first, I don't know, there was a diary session that they asked, and they were all talking about, oh, who knows who. She literally was in there talking about, I and Flo are the only one that don't have any sort of connection to anybody. We don't know anyone. We don't do this. We don't do that. There's a difference between, oh, we've I had people in that said, oh, like, I don't know her, but like, I've heard of you. We've whatever, whatever, whatever. None of that, right? So I don't know what she might have. I don't know who she might know that might be feeding her any sort of information. And then our partner now went ahead to say, yeah, 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 yeah. But now conclude that if we have gigs together, of course like, bro, it's smelling. I don't know, like, I don't know, from my perspective, it's smelling. It's not, I do not believe it's facts. I do believe that she wanted to win a verbal war that was going on. And I do believe that she wanted to eat them and say certain things to them that will put them in a place, because all she wanted to do was put them in their place. And what's worse than putting a woman in their place by accusing them of horrendous thing, and it has to be in a sexual nature, and it has to be in a nature that is against a lot of morality, especially where we are, the country we are, the country which is the host of the show and which is the majority of the viewers. They are going to be critical of those people. What she wanted is what is happening right now. She wanted to she wanted to eat them where it's going to hurt them, which is what she did. She aimed to hurt their image, their reputation, and hurt their game. That was all her aim, and that's the reason why we are still discussing this issue up until this moment. And that's why she's still going to stand 10 toes, because they were doing pow, pow, pow to her to go home. She might have probably not went that hard when she went out and be like, I just wanted to hurt them. But she's like, okay, yeah, you do pow, pow, pow to me. You thought you got your last lick. I'm about to go in my interview and I'm about to like go low and defame you more. So no, I do not believe that she has any kind of like. Come on now, this girl has a lot of haters. If there is any iota of truth to any of those allegations, guys, somebody would have said something.
So the thing is, T-Bex, I see I'm on your boat, right? I completely get it. I'm just trying to analyze this situation, right? My own opinion is until maybe one person files a lawsuit and say, okay, bring evidence that I'm doing these things. That's when we'll probably know the truth for sure. But right now, we don't know whether Ruth is saying the truth or whether she's saying a lie. We can't actually say for a fact. Yes, you can have your opinion, your perspective about it and say, okay, I believe she doesn't have evidence. I believe she's lying. But we can't say that for sure because we do not know. That's my point. We can't say for sure that Ruth is lying or she's saying the truth. Maybe a lawsuit actually needs to happen before we know, okay, who's speaking the truth and who's lying. But for now, we don't know. Both of them were wrong. And I actually like the way that Ruth Wani and Handy did the sniping thing because yes, Ruth went low, and for those people judging and saying, no, they went way over, they went below the belt. Well, Ruthie went below the belt the day before. I'm just trying to analyze this as unbiased as possible. I feel like, them sniping them out of the house was just perfect. Like that was a perfect reaction based off on what Ruthie has said. But do we know whether she's lying or she's saying the truth? We don't have that fact. And that's what I'm saying. I can't speak to something until I know that it's for facts. Like I can see hard
Yeah,
evidence.
I understand you 100%. And
Yeah.
also for the people that were speaking, saying that, okay, another point I wanted you to also look at is, how people were saying, oh, they didn't respond. There must be truth to what they were saying. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So we could as well say that for the twin, because they could have just kept mute all through, because this girl is going out into the world where she could actually do more damage, and they're like, yeah, you're going out, pow, 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 and go do your big one, go do your worst. We could also like classify that action as maybe what she's saying is not true, because if it was true, they should be shitting their ass right now about do out there. But their reaction to her leaving, going into the world where she's going to be having a whole lot of interview, is showing that they do not give a fuck, or what was said, there's no truth to it. Do you get
T-Vex,
me?
you're right because they said they faced a lot of trolls online. Like, but that one just shook them. It caught their tongue because this is them facing it in real life. And if you remember, Ben said Sean actually held Wani, and they know if it's just handy, she won't do much. So I guess that's why they were shocked. And Sisi's defendant, when Ben came to this house, somebody tweeted that he was a bully. The day he entered, that night, on Sunday, that night, somebody said, this guy is a bully. So I'm not seeing one tweet that counters that supports what Ruth is saying. Like, oh yes, I know this girl, they are like this. If you check, go throughout the timeline. After Ruth did all those said all those things, show me one tweet that supported that. Yes, I know these girls. This is how they are. But instead, you see people like, no, I've worked with these girls before. They are not like that. These girls are hardworking. I have not seen one tweet. I've not seen one person come out to say. Instead, they'll say, with what Ruth said, with the way I'm looking at this girl, it seems it's true. These are the kind of words you read online. They'll be like, the way these girls are looking, they look like someone that smells. The way these girls are looking, they look like someone that. And then when they look at their Instagram page, seeing them on beach and all that, that look at the way they are dressed. That means what Ruth is saying is true. There is no one single person. You can't tell me that they don't have real life enemies. You can't tell me that they don't have, but nobody can come out and support what Ruth is saying. I've not seen one tweet. Maybe you should point to that's to tell you that they are all lies. I've sat down.
Someone even used the
Emanuela,
fact
I
that they
actually
peck
saw.
they peck one another. That
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
understand?
I get what you're saying, Emanuela. I've seen, maybe you didn't see on your tape. I've seen one or two tweets. Does that mean I believe them? No.
Yes.
For the
So
sake
that's
of the
all they've
truth, for
been
the sake of the
saying that,
twins, I
oh,
want to believe that it's a lie. To be honest,
yeah,
I want to
it's a
believe that it's a
lie.
lie.
Look at when they were pulling. There was somebody that they put together. That means what Ruth is saying is true. But I've not seen one person say Ruth is right. I know these girls. This is how they are. I have not seen one tweet. Every other person, oh, the way they put together is true. Look at the way she kissed her sister. It's true. This is anything that comes out from this girl's mouth, they twist it. When they were saying, when they're talking about to Sean, of like, how can they say we're having threesome and okay, my aunties were living in our house. Does that mean my dad was sleeping with them? Obviously, that was being sarcastic. But look at how they ran the narrative online. So it's just hatred. And Ruth, I guess when she came out, they said, this is your major storyline. So run with it. And that is why she's milking it. That is why she's milking it to the core. Because they said, this is your highlights. So of course, and then what they did again, pained her. So they like keep talking about it. So look at these girls. They said they've been hustling for. They said they've been hustling for 8 to 9 years. They are 27. That means they started hustling from 18, 19. When Ruth was 18, 19, what was she doing? She was carrying baby. If they're talking about real being useless, then you refer to Ruth as being useless. Because she repented, that we don't even know if she has repented.
Ha! Let's not go there. We heard that it
I
was
know.
a
She
product
went
of
low.
product of
She
rape. I
did
stand to
go
be
low.
corrected.
Penny,
Please let's be
Penny,
sensitive.
try as much as possible to spare her. We don't know the exact circumstance of
We actually,
what
me, I
what
actually heard that
happened,
it was rape, but like
and
I don't.
I also heard it was rape as much as possible, and that's why I said, given our own special circumstance, you would expect
Is
Yeah,
that
someone
she cuts
speaking?
out, that she
yeah,
cuts
QC,
out
your
the
voice is a little bit
nonsense.
low.
Do you understand? That's what I was talking about, CC Defender. That given our own
Yeah,
special circumstance, you would come out and not want anybody to do that kind of thing to your child. And therefore, you would then be able to say, you know what? I did this in the heat of the moment because of how they've hurt me. And I decided to hurt them back with a greater
But
measure.
she still went on
But she went on
unapologetic.
with it because it's a storyline. And that's what I was saying, that her defense was so weak. That was why I said she sounded so dense, because it's just the fact that what you're using to defend yourself, to say that you are saying the truth, sounded so lame. And given your own special circumstance, not the fact that you were a victim, because that does not take away the fact that you were a victim,
And
and
you
that
have
story
a
should not be
daughter
rewritten. But
what
at the
is
same time, who should give
cracking my
grace?
brain, what I can
Do
wrap
you
my
get
head
it?
around is that I have a daughter, I have a son. I can't open my look. The worst I can do, the worst. You see what these twins are doing? That's called banter, like stupid idiot. That is the highest I can go in my life. But you still are those kind of car. No, you have a child. How would you? Do you know? I wanted to. I don't know when they were doing one meeting with Ilebai's mom. I wanted to ask Ilebai's mom, how did you feel when they were taunting your daughter? I know that would be heartbreaking. I know the mom could not sleep that night, especially that night Ike flew her things out. I know that woman will not be able, she didn't sleep that night. So it's the same way. And I'm like, you have a child, oh. I don't think these girls went that far for you to be telling them all these things.
Emmanuel, I feel like most times when we use our moral compass to judge other people, we're just setting ourselves up for heartbreak. People are not going to be like you. Not everybody's going to have the same moral ethics or standards like you do, right? Some people are going to go low, and it is what it is. Like, she's a mother, that doesn't mean that she can't go low, right? The fact is that both of them were wrong. Ruthie just went too low, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
It
defender,
is what it is.
let me give you
It's
another
sad.
example. So if somebody says that, if I was going to make an allegation and say that, oh, somebody smells, and you ask me why do I think they smell, I'll probably say something like, oh, I've been around them quite a lot, and I don't like the smell that comes out from their body, or this, and then you give an example of a game where your eyes were closed and then you could recognize the smell of those individual, and then that means that, and people could tell their smell, and then that, or what did she say? It's either she could tell it was them, and that is, how does that make sense? Because my
So,
darling,
my kids, you hold that thought, right?
yeah,
Messi did the same thing to Tasha. Till today, they still drag Tasha for it. That's BBN street for you. Is
that's
it
what I'm saying.
right?
That's what
No,
no. You don't
it's not
understand
right.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying she sounded so dense to me, because everybody knows that anybody has a unique smell. So if you want to defend what you've said and you want to stand on business and say that, you know what, I mean what I'm saying, and I'm telling the truth, or I'm trying to say that they smell, say it that say what you've said. That's all I'm
And
saying.
what she said sounds more like, I don't like their cologne.
It was so dense,
See,
like
wait.
it didn't make any
No, no,
sense. It
no.
was too
You know,
much in any way,
see,
form, or
because
manner.
you guys just reminded me of this. When they asked her, he said they have a unique smell to them. You know that as a person, especially if you're like a fragrance head. Me, I'm a fragrance head. I love perfumes. I love mist. There's no day I go out I don't pick at least one of each up. You start when you mix a certain like fragrance, or your body mist, your deodorant and stuff like that. You have your own smell that even when you take your shirt off and you haven't washed it, if someone pick it up and be like, oh yeah, this is T-Rex, because this is like this is unique to her, it doesn't necessarily mean bad. So that's why when people are like, oh, la 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 la, you said, she keeps telling them that night, if I remember, go change your cologne. It shows me that you're cheap because of your cheap cologne. So in my head, I'm like, you don't like, there's a difference between, oh, you smell bad because you have body odor. There's body odor, and then there's, oh, I don't like the smell of your perfume because it's too, or your cologne because it's too like ash. Like my own big sister, right? She's very sensitive in the nose. And like I said, I love fragrance, especially like body mist and perfumes. So there was a time that I had this vacation and we were together. She didn't like some of the like body mist that I picked up for bed bath. That's why I stopped picking it up from there, because it has like this
Like
strong
after
undertone,
smell.
that she keeps sneezing because it affects her like her nostrils and everything. So she doesn't like it. She's like, oh, it smells good, but it's too ash for my nose. I don't like it. I don't want it. Because of that, I would rather use, when she's around, like the coconut scent smell. She could take that because it has like some sort of a natural like undertone thing for it. So she could deal with that. There's a lot of people that don't like your perfume, don't like your cologne. But
T-Bag, you just reminded me of my dad. I used to sell perfume when I was in school. So I got this perfume and he said it smells like incense.
exactly. A lot of people don't like
Yeah.
hoods. A lot
He
of people
said,
don't like hoods. A lot of people don't like.
yes.
You see
It's
the
all
most
this
Zecovs.
umrah,
Zecovs perfume. I had somebody that if you use that perfume, as expensive as it is around them, they will tell you that you smell like
I
Malam.
don't like Arabian perfume. I don't
This
like
is what
umrah
the person
perfume, no
will
matter
open
how
they ate
expensive.
oil so much to say, oh my god, you smell like ew. And then you'll be like, perfume of almost $700. Are you mad? you
Yes,
know,
like this.
I you get
Like
mad.
this.
Like what the hell?
Oud perfume.
That's how I interpreted that moment, right? But at the end of the day, me personally, I might feel like, okay, you know what, Tibet, you could be a little bit biased because you like the twin girls, you like Onyeka, you like Sean, you like Vicky, you like a whole bunch of people. So sometimes you try to like give them as much grace as possible. And I realize, because people be like, oh, you're being biased. But then I'm like, wait, this is not about bias, because that night, in as much as what she was saying was disgusting. I did admit that verbal war, she won because she dismantled them. I was able to admit that. So how can you also say in the same breath, it's okay when I admit the fact that, oh no, she annihilated them with her words. But when I now say that, oh, you know what, this is okay as well, then all of a sudden I'm biased. If I had said something like, oh no, it's then you can accuse people of that. But if people are saying that, okay, yeah, that's cool. But all of a sudden you guys are with it, and then when they did something else, all of a sudden you guys remember what classy, you guys want to be demure or whatever they say, that stupid French word, whatever. Now you guys want to be that all of a sudden. You guys want to remember what it is to be classy and posh and sit on your eye table because you do not agree with pow 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 pow. That's what they said. Get out. Pow 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 pow. And
Feedback. I even feel like, to be honest, like let's be real. Ruthie was already mad and she knew she was gonna go home. So all that fume that she was bringing, all that smoke she was bringing, was just coming from a hater perspective. So anything she says, even if let's say the twins just have like a natural body scent, like my cutie said, right? She would try to, amplify it and make it seem like they stink. And that's because she's upset. That's because, and again, she's doubling down now that she's outside the house because of how she was humiliated when she was walking out the house. She's still bitter, like she's still upset. So that's why I can't take anything that she says seriously. Let's not even be wasting our breath on that girl. Like she's just upset. And if you're mad at someone, you're gonna try to get to them, like regardless of what it is. So I just feel like she knows deep within her chest that even the housemates know that they probably don't stink. She's just saying it because she wants to get at them. And that's the point I'm even making about this whole
and,
fight. Like,
and then she's going to overdo it because right now in her head she's feeling like, oh, I got people who support me. They're like, I go Ruthie, go Ruthie, go. But the truth of the matter is those people, a lot of them are someone else's fans. And in a week, at the most, two is too much. She ain't never gonna see these people anymore. And then you're gonna be left more bitter. You'll probably have to go on more podcasts. You're probably gonna say more stuff. Now those people are gonna be like, okay, now you're doing too much. We supported you, but now you're doing too much.
Not be Nigeria. Don't worry. Very soon they will get tired.
same,
Very,
even me
very
too.
soon.
Same, I agree. Like, I feel
Very,
like
very
at
soon.
the post show interviews, like she should just realize that at the end of the day, you still have to work with these girls in terms of like anything Big Brother calls them. You're gonna be in the same space with these girls. Like, just try to be diplomatic and say, you know what, I was
And
upset.
and
I
that was
said
the
things
reason I
out of
was surprised DJ
context.
Flo after saying she wants to throw shoe and stuff for saying,
Maybe not
yeah,
DJ
I'm
Flo
going
give her
to go to
the
the
maybe
same
not
gig
DJ Flo
with
give
them.
her
I'm like,
gist. You don't
but
know.
no
DJ
bad.
Flo wants to also milk the highlight. She
It's
doesn't have
possible
much
DJ Flo give her
highlight.
that gist safe. Let's not even
She
lie.
but she doesn't have much highlight. DJ Flo.
That's
So
what
Really.
someone said. Someone said
she,
they're in the same business. She doesn't get as much gigs as the girls. She doesn't do this. That she
DJ
probably
Flo
they
has not
probably
gone past Lagos, oh, and I
that
can count how many gigs that she has done.
that's where that came from. That's what someone said. I don't know how true that is.
It is
Feedback.
true.
Do
It
you know
is
the
true.
ridiculous thing? There is a gist. Anyway, I don't think I should be saying this anyway. Let's just leave it.
Please say it. So why would you say something like
My
that?
dear, say it. Oh.
The reason why I'm saying so is that even the DJ Flo and the girl herself, there's a gist tying them. Do you understand? There is always when the way she said there's gist around is the same way that you should not be saying
The
unfounded
gist is
things.
that they are lele.
You should not be saying
They
unfounded
are
things about
couple.
other people
It's not a gist.
you
It's
as
a
a
known
person, there's
fact.
also gist flying about you. You know your own peculiar circumstance. You know how the things you're saying can bring out things you don't want people to know about. So hey God,
Me, Tisha,
let's
can
just
you hear
leave
me?
it. Let's leave it, my dear. Yeah,
Can you hear me, Tisha?
yeah.
I mean, I just purposely unmuted to to actually say little things on what you just said right now. You know, I've not really said anything because it's none of my business. Me, I've said it. We enjoy. I'm sure all of us enjoyed ourselves when they had their thoughts and back. So I'm just done. I'm literally done. And when I mean done, done. I've not tweeted anything about it. I've not reposted anything about it since yesterday or Sunday when everything was done because it has ended, in my opinion. If they like, they should see themselves outside and not that's their business. What I'm focusing on is the show. Immediately, DJ Flo and Ruthie, I swear to God, and God Almighty is my witness, and got on stage. Somebody sent me a private a private message and said they are. I'm not going to say it, but I'm sure you people understand. And I've not really tweeted anything about. I've never said anything on it on space. When that person said, I just laughed because I really don't care about anybody's sexuality. I really give two for. I don't care. I've worked with a lot of people. I'm working with a lot of people, so I really do not care. You get. So that is why I just want to corroborate what you are saying. In life, the same way you are saying Jesus is flying around. This is not even a matter of them. This is not like they are just this, They are an actual T, like two of them. So it's actually hilarious when she said things. I just look at her, I just laugh. I mean, I get it. We all enjoy the entertainment, and it was for the pop. I mean, she literally flushed them that night. It is what it is. She flushed them. It's it's a show. It's a game show, and they did their own yesterday. So that was why, and that was another thing that really annoyed me when they did that on Sunday. And I'm seeing people coming, and I'm like, guys, now why are we like this? Now she did her own. And was it today or yesterday during an interview? Did you see me ever? I didn't even tweet. I didn't say anything because I knew it was expected. She needs to. But if she does not have sense, she should now go further and be doing it. That's on her. But she needs to because she was still pained. The way they reacted, definitely she believed they deserve a response. But unfortunately, they are not outside there to get the response. And she did it, which is okay. And when these people too retaliated during that, when they retaliated during that room again, I'm now hearing Ras. I'm like, God, guys, why can't we just pick a struggle? What is wrong? What is wrong with you BBM viewers? We uploaded these people. We uploaded this Ruthie. We uploaded these people. So why are you trying to? No. You see, me, I'm done. And you are right. I just want to corroborate what you are saying, T-Shakes. This fly, the same way you are saying this fly. What I just noticed, what she did was, guys, what Ruthie did, it was clear. The first fight that they had, the old Ruthie thing, she didn't really say much. Because truthfully, she doesn't have anything to say. That there was just dirty pigs, idiots, and all of that. Then she went upstairs. Then the twins were saying they were discussing with their teammates, blah, 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 and all of that. But you see, the moment the mayor kiss came up, Ruthie has been planning whatever she was going to say to them from that moment. The moment Mayor went to meet her and said, they plan to kiss me, they've been planning for you, they are gunning for two of us. It was from that very moment she started putting everything. You just assume something. I mean, I know Tibex now. Maybe she's an accounting professional. She's keeping money in her for her company. For the sake of this conversation, I already had an intro into her life, into what she does. I don't know her at all. I don't know anywhere. Maybe I just go to her LinkedIn. I just saw her role. I saw the company she's working. I will definitely develop 1 million things about her, even things that never existed. And she's smart, and I give it to her because she was able to concoct that from that moment Mayor told her that thing till the next day or the time they had the argument. And she did, in a battle of words, my sisters, my brothers, you will say anything you need to say because you want to win. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to be disgraced. Whether it is true or not, nobody cares. Because I want to win you. Whether you are, if you like, go and be looking for evidence. That's your business. That's the unfortunate thing about fighting, about two-day fights. Anything I say, whether it is true or not, no one care. And that night, I came to this space. Thank God they are witness, and I said, I give it to Ruth. She did what everybody would have done. She did it. So when these other people when they do their own, why is it now difficult for us to say they also reciprocated? You see, Nigerians and God, guys, I'm done, guys. Hey, just go ahead.
Wait, before T-Shake, comrade, that thing you said,
You said,
remember the first night.
yeah.
You remember the first night. You know that we said it here. But
Yes,
we
now.
also said something. We said that it is not in our place to halt anybody.
I will not personally, TBX, I will not even allow anybody, TBX rather, to come on my space and say stuff on that. It is none of anybody. I really don't care. I will never allow anybody to come and say that. And that's why it has never been said of this space until when you guys I was just like, let me just corroborate and just keep it moving, guys. Don't let us even dwell on that. Let's just, it is okay.
I know all is fair in one game now. Oh.
No, 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 no,
Sorry,
no.
oh comrade.
That's why I kept
Let them
saying.
do it on
That's why I
TL.
kept.
TBX, none of
That's
your
why I kept
business.
saying, considering your personal
TBX, let them do it
circumstances.
on TL now. It's fair. It's fine. Anybody can do it, but on my space, I'm not going to allow it. If you go to your CL, go to you people's DM, they can be doing it there. But me, oh, I'm no, I'm sorry, guys. It's not what's where I am, Tibet, where you are. Is it a big deal? So what is my problem?
It's not a big deal. It's not
But
even.
we
It's
are
not
just
even
we are
close.
just calling out
Comrade,
her
me personally, I
hypocrisy.
can't tweet about it because
Exactly. Do you
if
get?
you know how it is when it comes, especially working in
Exactly.
certain
That's what I'm
profession,
saying. Yeah,
if it
yeah.
I cannot
So
even.
my company should not and there comment
God
is okay,
forbid
space on
bathroom. I
Twitter.
can't even tweet
No. So
about it.
that's why I'm
Not
so
to me.
careful. I'm
Me when
careful
we
about
say
it.
that is my demography of people that actually like let me even keep quiet. I beg, let me know when I go cover.
So if that you can say it on TL, that's but guys, please. But I get what C Shakes is trying to say very, very well. You are saying your G, you are saying G is fly. Your G is too there everywhere. Those ones, I don't even know why they were quiet that night, but it's not for good because if they had reacted, maybe a three of them disqualification, bam, and I can see disqualification that night. I'm not going to lie. The atmosphere was intense.
It was too much. If they
It
had
was
said that
intense.
thing,
See,
DJ
they
Flo
would have
would have
got
would have
disqualification.
gotten more angry, and she would have it would have become a
She might even knock them that spoon that she holds.
yeah.
It will be worse, so
It
guys.
would be
I'm serious.
worse.
Because you can see it's a case of I'm ready to risk it all. I don't have anything to lose. I know I'm leaving anyways. So let's fuck shit up. And she did it. So she knows there was nothing. She's not hiding. She just wants to do what she needs to do and get out. So if you go and meet her, you see that spoon she's holding. Oh my lamo wanya at just knock them akpako. And I know they will retaliate. All three of them born to disqualification. It's true. So at the end of the day, we'll lose. So she knows what she did, and she just has to do. And I'm not going to blame her, guys. If I'm in her shoes, I might do the same or even do worse. Unfortunately, that's why it's easier. I don't blame people's reaction. That's one thing I say on this space. You will not say do this thing, and you not say why did this person do that? She went overboard, which is okay. If these people feel like they don't need to go overboard, check on them. And when they want to have their own lick back, they did it perfectly well. And a lot of people, the people that criticize them, that's their business. I will never criticize them. You are a clear hypocrite and you're a fool for doing that because you applauded this other lady. So why is their own wrong? I won't do that. They did it in their perfect time, which is okay. So guys, it's too game for. It's too they play the game. The game still continues. So whatever they want to do after, all the best to all of them.
They were
I mean now,
disappointed
Ah,
no,
because they were already
comrade,
everybody is
I'm
watching
feeling
this.
celebrating
sorry
their
for them. Oh, people are already digging into their life. Comrade,
Another thing is,
comrade,
I pity
wait,
Ruth.
my
That was the
DM.
perspective I was coming from. That
I
was what I
pity
was
Ruth.
saying
I
when I
pity
said
Ruth and
girls,
DJ
girls,
Flo.
girls. You are doing
You know why I
something.
pity Ruth and
I
DJ
shall
Flo?
be defender guesses now.
Sorry, QC. I'm so sorry, T-Shakes. You know why I say I pity Ruth and DJ Flo? They don't know that these people, some of these women fans saying, "Go DJ Flo, go Ruthie." Guys, I give you these people 4 days. I'm saying by this weekend. You see all those hype they are saying. It will go off, guys. We know how this streets works now. They hyped Lucy more than this when Lucy came out. Catherine, all of them, God forgive me, they are doing okay in their lives, really. But where are the fans? They will hype you. But you are this moment, you've done what you did on Monday. But from now on, my darlings, forget it. Just focus on yourself and your
But
brand.
comrade, it's not even about that. They are digging into their lives right now.
They
That
will
thing, they are
now
about
because
to prove it. They are digging. Jehovah, Abego,
they
hey,
will because
Jesus.
she should just ignore and just it's so if she does not want to ignore, fine, fair enough. That I won't tell her she's an adult, she's someone's mother. She's an adult, so it's okay. If all of them, including one another, want to be having a thought and go, I can only say all the best. See Shakes, go ahead. Sorry. Okay, see Shakes is not there. Baby girl, see, go ahead.
Hi guys. Before I give my take, please vote Wani and Handy. I really appreciate it if you do that for me. Thank you guys. Okay, so this is my opinion. First of
Baby
all,
girl, see, before you go ahead, baby, sorry. Some of me I missed. I went to work, so I missed the Can you guys just discuss Surge Nelly? What is happening? I'm hearing. I don't know.
Chinwe
so
told
let me
Soj
start
that
from that gist. They were on
Nelly
the
was the
table
third
gisting.
gist,
Yeah, they were gisting on the
the third
table.
option.
And then Chinwe just, no, they were not all on the table actually. Some of them were by the pool table, some people were on the table. And then Chinwe just like said something along the lines. Okay, no, they were discussing which guys like moved to who in the house at the beginning and everything. And Chinwe just basically said something along the lines of, oh, there's somebody in this house that moved to me knowing that I came in with my boyfriend and he has moved to multiple girls. He has moved to Victoria, he has moved to me, he has moved to someone else. Obviously, Nelly knew that someone else was her, and apparently, everybody on the table seemed to know what was being like, what she was trying to say, except for Nelly and Anita. So obviously, Nelly put two and two together. Then she now, then apparently, my boy Sean now put his mouth inside, apparently, because everybody was trying to guess who is it, but she wasn't answering anyone. And then Sean kind of mouthed, they first asked, was it Mayor? She said no. And then Sean asked, was it Suge? And then she just like, when you smirk or when you chuckle to dismiss something, but you're not saying no, you're not saying yes. So after Nelly saw that, she then called her family. The four of them went to the garden, and then she basically asked him if it was true. And he was like, yeah, it's true, but it was a joke. And he told her that it was a joke at at the beginning, and that he even had a conversation with Zion about it, that he let her know it was a joke. And then, so yeah, Nelly's just upset about the situation, that like, if it was truly a joke, that why would she keep bringing it up? And now Nelly is not attributing the fact that Chinwe doesn't like her, or Chinwe don't have good energy because of Suge. Yeah, that's basically the gist.
But I don't think Chinwe would think Sud likes her. But
I
Nelly
think she's
was
just
never
doing this to be
Suji's first
annoying.
option.
It was Victoria now.
Nelita was never Ace's first option from both of them.
I wonder who Tofa. Okay, Tofa's first option was Dami now.
Tofa also liked Victoria, but because Sud liked Victoria, he backed down.
He backed down. Oh
Then at
yeah,
some
that's
point
true.
on the first night was him and Onyeka. But then he now saw that Onyeka was just all over the place, so he just removed his mind from there.
Okay, so this is now my own take on the situation. First of all, I think we forget that this fight happened on a Saturday, and that's why a lot of the time I don't even bother myself with the general takes on Twitter, because people don't have sense. Now, a lot of people that make observations when certain videos or clips go viral genuinely don't know what's going on. They're only reacting based based on what they've watched. And that's why when the whole because that's why there was a lot of support for Ruthie on Saturday night, because it was a fight, they were poking her. Everyone saw the poking and her reaction. It was entertaining. So everybody's celebrating it. Everybody's like, yeah, like, do you, do you, do you. That's why there was this general appraisal of what Ruthie did. Now on Sunday as well, live show, a lot of people that don't watch the show sit down on Sunday evening and say, okay, we're going to watch what's going on for the eviction show. They don't know the backstory, they don't know what's going on. And that's why automatically Wani and Handy's reaction is gutter behavior, classless, this or that. You see, when that fight happened, I said to myself, I said, Ruthie is going to be the one to use her own hand to spoil and scatter herself, because before she had even left Biggie's house, from her diary session, people had already started dragging her. People had already started turning their back on the opinion that they had, of what she did. Now today she comes out. Why are you so stupid? Like, do you not think? Like, did you sit down to think about what you actually said and how it would affect you? Even forget one year handy, how it would affect you. BBN fire like this is very short-lived, especially when she doesn't have quote unquote a big fan base. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest with ourselves, if she had an army behind her, she will be able to walk right through it and weather this up, because she will have people backing her. You don't have capital, you don't have any pedigree. First of all, what you even said was wrong. Now you're coming out because you've seen little petty comments agreeing with you. Now they started dragging her again. Now everybody's calling her delusional, she's a liar, a this, a that. I personally believe that one year Xandy's team should treat her fuck up, because are you stupid? Why will you boldly, if she had come out and even said, oh, she said all those things in heat of the moment to get to them, and she really hopes they did, people would even rate you even more, because now it's like you're standing on the fact that you intentionally peppered them. But now trying to reaffirm a lie after multiple things that you've opened from your mouth, uttered from your mouth, proving that you don't know these girls, they don't know you, you were just talking out of your ass. How can you lie and then come out and reaffirm your lie instead of even just trying to avoid the situation? Because now what's going to happen is all their media rounds are going to be surrounded with Wani and Handy. I'm sure they're barely going to talk about them, because they're going to talk about Mayo, and the Mayo situation intertwines with the Handy situation, which intertwines with this whole general issue that they're having. I just feel like they're both stupid girls, and I was really even feeling for DJ Flo. I felt bad for her, and it just made me realize that they know what they were doing. They both deserve whatever hate or whatever they get at this point, because you are supposed to step out of the house and think with your head. Like, you're not in the house anymore. You don't need to carry them. Like, you can be upset, you can be angry, but you have to be wise with how you answer questions or what you do. How can DJ Flo be saying, oh, that when she wanted to leave the door, she wanted to? If you wanted to, you would, because you guys went low the other day. So don't come out here trying to now form big man, big woman because you have backing, because that backing is going to disappear. Like Comrade said before Saturday, it's just very annoying and very irritating. How I don't know what she thinks or who she thinks she is, but she should just be ready for whatever comes her way. Yeah, that's baby girl C's response. Anyways, please vote one X honey. They're giving you guys content, give you guys what to talk about. If you want to vote and you don't know how to, come to my DMs. I will save you, I will guide you, I'll teach you. But yeah, thank you.
Guardians of Wani expanding.
Yeah, so we don't play.
So I think they are having a task. Who is leading the task at the moment?
I'm not
Team
sure.
Heart.
Team
The red
Hearts.
team.
Who?
The red team, Team Heart.
The Red Team.
Oh,
Checkers, Shatoria, and Radicals.
oh, okay.
And the ones that are not leading, they don't dey show game master shaggy. Hey, God, I beg. Wahala.
If those girls become head of house, hey, now military regime, true, true. I didn't even know they were strict like this.
Please, who is
Comrade, did you
the
watch
game
Love
master
Island
today?
reunion? Comrade. Don't worry, when he comes back, I'll ask him. That dry.
I can't hear anybody. Someone speaking?
No, nobody is speaking. People are watching the show. So Thought is going to collect. I mean, Suge is going to collect his ancestral neck. God, I beg. Hey, with this necklace, I promise to protect and to love. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you just give him back slowly, bend, soup, see. Bend, soup, see, crayfish. Oh, how does that match, for goodness sake? People are sick with their clues. Hmm? Oh, long, high, even.
jumping down. Gymnastics. Ah, he got pole. Oh, I'm even unmuted. Sorry, guys, for my comment. I used to do short puts in school. That means I can punch any man that looks for my trouble.
So how many layers for the task?
No idea.
Okay.
I shall be back.